Hey guys, John here, and I want to talk to you today about a little known thing known as psychic etiquette. Psychic etiquette. You may have the greatest connection in the world. You may have the ability to see the entire life of the person in front of you. But there's a lot of people out there who think they do and don't. There's a lot of people who out there who know they do and like to use that as a power. But where psychic etiquette comes in, now if I'm talking to someone and I get a hit on something, I will actually say to them, "Can I hit you on something?" Or something of that nature. I will ask before offering. Being very public on YouTube and being out there sharing the stuff that I do, I often get people who want to psychoanalyze me or read on me, and they usually don't hold back. They just come in and blah, blah, blah. 90% of the time, they're wrong. And I mean that because 90% of the time, they are looking at me, or seeing me say certain things and reading their own filters, leading through their own issues in life. Like, for instance, I've had one lady who went at me for days about my lack of confidence in my psychic ability. And I have no lack of confidence in my psychic ability. I don't consider myself a psychic. I consider myself someone who's open to receiving communication. And that might be your definition of psychic, but it's none of your business what my definition of psychic is. And when I see people who come at me and they want to tell me that I don't have, the reason I don't say it is because I don't have confidence in you, and they start reading me or trying to read me, I know full well that they're reading me because they want to have power. They want to have power over me. Psychic etiquette, you might be getting the greatest information in the world, but it's not your life. It's not, and if someone's coming at you and they're just blurting your personal stuff out to you, then I would never go back to them again. They need to have enough psychic etiquette to come at you from a place of love and caring and realizing this is your journey, your path, and that you have the ability in this life to say no. To say, I want to process the way I process. And I don't need you to come up here and tell me a bunch of stuff about my life that I might not even believe. And so I guess the point of this really is that it is not loving to walk up to somebody and start spewing their junk. What's it, the Long Island medium who just walks up to people in the supermarket and says, "Your grandmother, blah, blah, is talking to you." Completely rude, completely obnoxious, completely has no etiquette. That might have been an absolute sore point for that person across from them. And it might be something that they're still processing. And it's just wrong to do those kind of things. When I see people who want to read on me without my permission, I just ignore them, number one, usually. Or I'll shut them down pretty quickly, because it's not their life. It's my life. It's not their life. It's my life. It's not their life. It's your life, right? You have to be okay with telling people that you are not open to them reading, if that's how you feel, And if you are open to them reading, expect them to ask permission first, because it's just the proper etiquette. I sound kind of annoyed today. I am a little bit annoyed. I had got some emails from people who were full-blown readings without even asking me if I wanted one, and they were completely wrong and completely judgmental and completely hateful, and it was sheerly out of the fact that they were trying to be powerful. They saw me out there speaking my truth, and they wanted to have power over me, so they tried to knock me down with some false information that they might have deemed was real. But the reason they deemed it was real is because they were coming from their own filters, and they were reading themselves. and trying to dump it on me. And sometimes, and you'll notice on this channel, sometimes I come on and I do a video like this because just like everybody else in the world, things like this bother me. It annoys me, right? It's like, it's completely rude and obnoxious and presumptuous to come in and dive into somebody and start spewing out information about their personal life. And so if you're awakening to your gifts and skills, please remember this video, because it's not okay to just start reading on people without permission. If you're someone who does this for your own power, then realize you're just showing the world that you're powerless. You're showing the world that you yourself do not have the ability to have any common decency. And so you lose all power, and thus no one believes you anymore, or no one wants to talk to you anymore, because of the fact that you're invading their private space. And so, like I said, when I am talking to somebody and I get hit with something, I literally say to them, "Can I hit you on something?" Or I gotta, are you open to me telling you something? And if they say yes, and sometimes they're, yeah, not, no, and a lot of times like, no, and that's okay. That I completely respect that. And a lot of times I'll get information, and I will, before I even ask them, I'll know that it's not okay. I'll know that it's not a good thing to talk about. And so, it's like somebody asks me questions sometimes on the live stream or something, and I will just say, I can't talk about that here because I'm getting a hit on something that I won't talk about in front of other people because it's not my life, it's yours. So anyway, I just wanted to share this because I think it's important information for people who are just coming into their own spiritual awakening. And I also think it's important information for those people who are out there doing this. And I think you should know that I think it's wrong, and I think it's inappropriate. And so people need to be more polite about other people's private information and private life. So that's my thought on that. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.